would just perform and never think about money. Money is a byproduct of work. Fanya kazi, but now our greatest motivation is money. Sometimes it's not about money that we're going to get from our client. Some of you artists, that's why he's talking about a code of conduct. But even taking illegal contraband goods to the children. We have cases of watchmen who act as the gatekeepers to the contraband goods getting into the school. But those are our employees. We can look for ways of dealing with them. But then if you're inviting people, I'm giving authorization from up, the Ministry of Education to go, for you to go to a school, and then you take contraband goods. You take drugs, you take cigarettes, you take smoke, alcohol. Then we're doing ourselves a great injustice. So that is when the rain started beating us. Somebody just makes one speech one day, and then it becomes a motivational speaker. Everybody thinks that they speak so well, especially those, you've seen people who love listening to themselves. They think they speak so well, and they deserve to be motivational speakers. And they'll know what, thank God for the internet. Just look for quotes, nice quotes. Just type, Google, nice quotes. And millions upon millions of quotes will come by Churchill, by Kimingichi, and by Indimuli. You get a lot of nice quotes. And then you go and shine. And then you call yourself a motivational speaker. Not all of us can be motivational speakers. Not all of us can be teachers. Not all of us can be pastors. Not all of us can be doctors. Not all of us can be lawyers. The other day during Corona, Nazia Nasenya started doing her own thing that she was enjoying to do, and it started making her a lot of cash. Now everybody is in TikTok. At the beginning, because you think if Asia made it by contortioning her body, you also did. My friend, if God made all of us lawyers, we would all be dead. If God made all of us doctors, we would all be bored. If God made all of us engineers, there would be a problem in this country. That's why He made Kimingichi a dancer, and He made Madame a teacher, and He made somebody else a lawyer. So if you don't belong here, my friend, regardless of how long you stay here, you will never make it. Azia Nasenya made it without struggling. Now there are people who are exposing themselves in order to get viewing. People doing all manner of things so that they get views, and it's those views that pay. That is when how trouble came to us. We got people who are not supposed to be with us. The other thing was the indiscipline amongst our learners. The indiscipline among our learners. It's not, I don't know, I taught in a girls' school, and I taught many years ago. And I do not remember any day being seduced by a girl. I do not remember. But these days, girls, and most of you guys are young people. You look like most of you are below 30. And you expose you. These girls even seduce teachers. So you go there and you are informed. You've seen them seducing policemen during examination, the examination practice. So the indiscipline among the learners also made us be very worried about who to allow in our schools. There are some learners, I'll not quote a school, the school's name. There are some learners who are richer than the teachers. There is a school where it was noted that nobody was eating meals in the dining hall because the teachers in that school had a canteen and they were selling chicken for lunch and dinner. So school meals were not being taken, and parents were paying we were giving a lot of money to their children for, is it called pocket money? And it is this kind of money that is going to buying drugs and so on. So the discipline among our children also made us be very worried about allowing you people close to the children. Then lastly, the drugs and substance abuse. I dare say again, growing up, I didn't know what banging looked like, even if you placed it on my table. If it looked like a cigarette, I would just say it's a cigarette. I didn't know how bang smelled. But these days, it is all over. It is all over. I don't know where we can get teachers now that this is a free world. How much of it there is on campus? And the way campus is supposed to be a free world, I don't know how much restriction there is in campus these days. But campus is a place that you could just sit in your hostel and smoke and drink anything you wanted. So for our high schools, we try to enforce discipline. But somehow, drugs still find their way into our schools. So I want to tell you one thing, that if you are offering a unique service, if you have something spectacular, nobody will stop you. If you have followed the law, you are a registered company, you have sought authorization from the ministry, nobody will, and you're not passing the cost to the parents. And by the way, you would even pass that cost and parents eagerly take it because of the uniqueness of the service. People pay for quality. Nobody will stop you from pursuing your dream. But if you are a masquerader, I'm telling you for free, even if you receive that authorization to visit a school, it will not earn you anything because the truth will out. You will do one show and they say, what the hell was that? There's something in my drama called comedy. There's a genre we call comedy. And because I'm talking about how Luyas eat a lot of ugali, how Luos eat a lot of fish, how the coast people are lazy, you might find that funny, and I might mimic somebody, and you think that is funny. So we carried some of our children across to Uganda, and their jokes could not crack because what is this about Luos and eating fish? How does that become funny? Eating ugali, in fact, it's not called ugali, it's posho. How is that funny? So the jokes that we crack and laugh at here, you remember the other Tanzanian lady who went to the States and tried to sing, and there was no show because she's a star in Tanzania, but it ends there. Yeah? Our stardom is for the people who understand that language. Otherwise, it's just a drum. So if you have a unique service, even TSU will say, charge even 100,000. And even encourage the principal. This guy here has something to offer children. How unique is your service? How is it packaged? I would like to stop there and encourage.
In terms of now, even preparing for transition, what we do now, and with the upcoming change of curriculum, how do you see us having some space in there? And also just to reiterate that many of us here are trained, like myself, I've participated in that, and many other of my colleagues, we are trained in different aspects. So maybe in the upcoming, or rather in the considerations that you'll be doing, maybe we could have a certain number of trained people within a group, and the rest of them might be upcoming trainees or something like that, so that we end up having, you know, a group of trained professionals and some who are not very, rather upcoming trainees, so that we can have a group that is incorporating trained people and maybe another.
Are you a teacher?
Yes, I am trained.
I don't know if we should take 2 or 3 questions or we
Yeah, just take all of them.
Okay, okay. There's someone else, there's another hand somewhere. Someone else in a question? Okay, just one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Indimuli, for the information you've given us. My area of concern is on the point you said, introducing extra charges to students. So I was trying to find my way in, and I was thinking, suppose I'm packaged well, and I say the money we are charging these students come from their pocket money, as you had put it earlier. So how will the ministry perceive that? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mine is on what you do, Secretary Drama Festival. Most of our actors are your products, but for a long time we've had very minimal mutual partnership between the Drama Festival and us, the main people who take those people for the Drama Festival. What is your office thinking for future? Which is the best way we can partner? Because we are the main outlet. We are the main outlet of the best Drama Festival people. And there is very minimal cooperation between the the producer and the person who takes the product. Thank you so much.
The last question, then we take maybe just 2, and then we can end there.
Okay, my name is Maskonde, producer perfectors. I was so interested in that part of unique services and also luring our partners so that we can do something. I was asking, as part of the stakeholders in education, also the Ministry of Education has some programs that incorporates its partners or shareholders. Can the office also incorporate our association, because we have the goodwill of the students and the education, so that when you put some programs, national programs, you can also invite the office and the association so that you can bring back the good deeds of the ministry.
So this will be the 2, just, can we take more 2?
Yeah, okay, that's true. Good morning. My name is Anthony Chigi. I'm the producer of Miale Theatre Production. My question will be in relation to a phrase that you just quoted. If we all were doctors, we would be dead. If we all were engineers, we would be in a chaotic situation. This industry, despite the number of people representing different professions here, we're employers of more than 2,000 artists or young actors. In our line of work, we have been able to create jobs to most of these youths, ourselves included. So with the ban or with the limitation on issuance of authority to visit or perform, it is also, in a way, killing the employment opportunities that we have created for most of these youths. And would really, on behalf of every member of EDC, request your hand and that of everybody else represented here to help us mitigate this situation so that in future we can also be able to adapt and encourage these other youths. And like you said, like my colleague here, Boya, has said, we have nurtured most of the talents from drama festivals that have been presented in drama festivals competitions.
these people or these young students come out here with their talent and their interest to embrace art, but or theater art or performing art, but their dreams are shattered along the way. And it also demoralizes most of these students from joining campus and joining universities to pursue maybe theater art and all that kind of line of work. Thank you.
Just take the last one from Owira, then we'll answer those ones.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Indimuli. My name is Owira Brian. I work with Celebrate Production. And this is my second time being at the University of Nairobi. And I also wanted to ask if there is any way that these our theatre groups can partner with the MoE so that these theatre art students can have organizations as their areas and spaces whereby they can take their interns, and so that we can participate, we can engage them much more in the practical bit of the lessons from the campuses. If that one can be packaged and portrayed well, so that if that one can be possible, so that we can be empowered in one way or the other. And number two, with this approach, with this the revival of Kenya Cultural Center of Artists Association, that is after our letters were revoked and we have now become more organized in this manner. Isn't this a more appealing approach that the artists are having towards the initial, let me not call it a punishment, but the initial denial of the authority letters? Isn't this more appealing? I mean, would there be a better way that the artists would be more organized in this manner so that it can change the policies that the MoE has against the artists? You know, initially, you could not even trace which group did what. But right now, with our EBO organization, you can easily trace. So, I mean, the perpetrators in various fields. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me respond and then I flee. I'll start with a comment you made about how organized we are. And it says, as soon as a member will misbehave, we are able to take action. He will have misbehaved already. Children are a soft target. Ukitaka kuguza, watu wangapi wanapata mimba huko nje? Gusa mwanafunzi. And the newspapers and the TV all over, 20 girls fall pregnant into Canada. So these stringent measures were to filter so that nothing ever happens, so that we don't have any level of infiltration. But that is not practically possible. We always have somebody sneak in. Artists in CBC. I asked him, are you a teacher? And he said yes. That's what he was doing. He can talk about strands and substrands. And I don't know if he actually did have a question, because he has participated in doing designs for grade 7, 8, 9, and therefore he knows there's a subject called performing arts. And Kimigichi was telling us that he's now overwhelmed by the number of students wanting to study performing arts. There is a subject, a learning area called performing arts, where we have music, dance, elocution, film, and theater. But that's for teachers, my friend. Yeah? You're not coming as an artist. You can invite you as a teacher. I can invite you as a resource person. Just like a doctor would invite his neighbor who is a witch doctor. Because he's not trained in that area. Tell me how things happen, how these things happen. But there's no way as a non-teacher, you are going to be involved directly in doing strands and sub-strands for CBC. When you go to Naivasha, you'll get a teacher from primary school. I don't know why I mentioned Naivasha. We always go to Naivasha. You'll get a teacher from primary school upgrading their skills, doing the designs for KICD and assessment rubrics for NEC. So there is really, it's a wonderful opportunity. I don't know where Kindimiji thought that you should go and study something called performing arts, because in those days you were just a student of English, literature, CRE. There was no subject called performing arts. So I think Kindimiji knew that as he grows up, he'll go to teach in the university. But of course, did you do education? A big risk taker. Yeah? Because you want to go and do literature, English and literature, you guarantee employment like government. You go to TSC 3 years ago and say, I did performing arts. What nonsense. But now, we are going to look for those teachers who have done performing arts. I can tell you, the trouble we had when deciding who will teach performing arts. And the teacher that we're going to train at diploma level to teach performing arts, atakuwa amefanya nini form 4, ndio aweze kufundisha music, dance, elocution, film, and theater. Atakuwa amefanya subject gani? So I think wewe una shida sana. Charging students pocket money, I think that was very clear. Anything that is passing a charge to the child, the pocket money is not meant for performance. But again, I told you that there are things that are important for us to do. Have we stopped students from going on trips? Some even go abroad. It's our office that clears them to go to the Philippines, to go to Malaysia, to go to South Africa. We clear them. But when we feel, somebody was giving me an example yesterday of a school where at games time, you're supposed to pay for your child to do either skating or swimming because there's no provision for that. The school doesn't have a swimming pool. So at 4 o'clock, those who are in swimming will get onto a bus and go to Nyayo Stadium or Kasarani to go and swim. That is not a charge in the school fees. Then your child will be left alone in the classroom because our men are skating at whatever, our men are swimming, our men are wapi, wako wamebaki kwa darasa kwa sababu you have not facilitated them to do anything. So there are certain charges that we really have no control over. But if it will be felt that a levy is being passed on to a parent or a child, that they should not be shouldering, and especially and some are getting disadvantaged. Others are advantaged over, some are disadvantaged over others, then it becomes a crime for us. Somebody talked about it is the treasurer and he's supposed to pay me. So I don't know how well I should talk so that he still pays me. But I'll still say this anyway. There is no relationship between Kenya National Drama Festival and you. None at all. The work of a teacher, and TSC employs teachers qualified in various fields, in basketball, in swimming, in athletics, in drama, and in music. And they expect, their code says, a student cannot step out of the compound without a teacher. If you are able to get to the school and help them train, it is none of our business. It is a core curricular activity of the Ministry of Education, where the teacher is supposed to pass certain skills to the child. If the teacher feels incapable of doing so and invites you to do it, it is between that teacher and you. My work, my friend, ends with the drama festival.
What you do after school is not my business. I'm employed by the Ministry of Education to coordinate drama in schools for children and teachers. My work ends there. Beyond the school, I am not there. It's none of my business. How you go to Bugoeli girls to get a contract to help them in their play, it can never be my business. Nitakuwa naingilia kazi ya mtu mwingine. Did Asia have to go to a school to make her money? She used her own creative talent. I've given you, and you know the reason why. TSC decided that it's only a teacher who should accompany the child. I have no contract with anybody that is not a learner and a teacher. Because then, what rule do I apply on a treasure? What rule do I apply? The law of the jungle? So don't think we don't cooperate. We simply don't have a forum of cooperation. Programs of the ministry to incorporate cases. Yes, we do have some programs. We have workshops. We have performances. Even during official school days, parents' days, we can invite artists to come and perform and we pay them. There are very many forums, just not thinking big enough. There are so many ways in which you can associate with the school without us even seeing you. Go to the Heads Association conference in Mombasa, and you'll see how many people are partnering with. There's nothing more attractive than the teacher's shilling anywhere in the world, because the teacher's shilling rules the world. If you go to a village, pesa ya mwalimu inatembea hapo. The local pub, the local sukuma wiki kata, ni pesa ya mwalimu ina sustain. Hakuna kitu inatamanika kama pesa ya mwalimu, because ndio pesa mingi na iko kila pembe. Wengine hapa wanakaa tu hapa Nairobi. Akienda kufanya shopping ni supermarkets kubwa kubwa. Hiyo pesa hata you take you go to what is it called, KFC. How is that? They don't even use our potatoes. Yeah? But the teacher, I don't know how many teachers in Kakamega go to KFC. There's no KFC in Kakamega. Don't think Kakamega is funny. Giving employment opportunities. No, you have not created any employment opportunities for yourselves. TSC has created employment opportunity for the teacher to help the child achieve the objective. But you guys should really know where our boundaries are. So if I am incapable, I invite somebody to help me as a resource person. So don't look at the school as a source. The school is a source of employment for the teacher, the groundsman, watchman, cooks, so on. Where we unaweza end up a resource person. If Asia was to be invited to State House Guards, would somebody stop her from going to perform? No. So we're not claiming anybody's dreams. And somebody has suggested that if you are better organized, I've told you nobody has stopped you from visiting schools. You have stopped yourselves from visiting schools by not following the law. Otherwise, we still allow, when you have assessed that the service you are offering is unique. How to partner with MoE, internships and so on. We give a lot of internships at MoE. One of the internships we give is called teaching practice. Sasa, mtu ambaye sio mwalimu atakuja kufanya kazi gani kwa shule ambaye atakuwa intern? I'm not pleasing a lot of people, I can see. But you should look at a school like a hospital, please. Look at the people that go around doing the business of the hospital. Please look at a school in that manner. And these hospitals can hire somebody from India
kwa sababu kimeumana na nakuja nasaidia. Wewe ni yule mtu. Are you that special? If you are special, why have you not been invited? If you are special, you will definitely be invited, even by the PS himself. Just prove that you are packaged a service, you are offering a unique service, and you're doing it professionally, you will have a very easy life. But if you just come in to replace the teacher, then ask me to sack the teacher so that you do the work of that teacher. I know some people who are paid as much as 100, 200, 300,000 to come and produce a play. If I go to that school and ask the principal, he person ilitoka kwa hoteli gani? Atajibu nini? And it's this 400,000 that you want to go and use to bribe the bench at the sub-county level, because you promised the principal that he itafika national. So you bribe the bench at the sub-county, you bribe the bench at the county, bribe the bench at the region, so that you reach the national. You can try to bribe Mr. Indimuli so that you can go to the state concert. Thank you for listening to me.
Tupigie makofi tena tafadhali. That having been said, I think we have been answered questions, and Mswele akisema kwamba alina sikio asikii. There's so much information that has been given out here and the clarifications that have been made here, and I know we are somewhere to command flag. I would like to call my chairman to clarify something a little before we allow Mr. Indimuli to leave us. And as he comes, I would like also to mention that we have gone through a great process since the time that Veronica was the chairperson, and then Webo, and then us. We have attended seminars and workshops with the UNESCO, and they have even also recommended our work, because they have seen the journey we walked with them. So far, tuendelea mzuri, teaming up the industry, making things straight, and also making things work out for us and also for the learners. Chairman, karibu.
Asante sana Bwana Indimuli, tunashukuru sana. Pengine pia tunaweza kutuma kwa Madam Evelyn, kuambie please, we are very much organized. And that's why KCCA was formed, because in the years before, you guys were giving individual productions authority letters, and this is what ended up creating a lot of mistrust and confusions in school. Another thing here, and nataka uende waambie Madam Evelyn, we had engagement with Madam Gaturu before, and there was some concern that they were saying that so many people are going to schools, and that's why it is very hard for them to be controlled. We just wanted you guys to know that there's difference between these other actors that usually call, like you have mentioned, Aziada. And by the way, Aziada was a former member of Celebrate. Yes, he was a former member of Celebrate. And Corona ilifanya akaanza kudansi wakati set ziliisha. So there's difference between actors that are acting set books and these other actors. There's a big difference. For example, when you call an actor because he has followers in TikTok and all that, maybe he's a celeb somewhere, then he comes to school drunk, people will say that actors wamekuja shule wakiwa walevi. Ilhali ndio huyo ni actor, lakini si wa set books performance. So it is good for you just to clarify for Madam Evelyn kwamba ni kweli we are actors, but we are different type of actors. We are organized, and that's why KCCA came in, because we want we all know each other here. The way you see we are sitting here, we all know each other. So if something happens in a certain school, definitely we know that school is where MoE usually go, or that school is where usually Anne go, or that is school where Mike always go. So just to cut that cost on your side, that's why KCCA came in, so that we can team is rock producers and actors. Tafadhali mwambie association yetu iko organized, they use this channel of KCCA instead of giving individual production houses. Yes. Asante sana.
Before we just allow Mr. Indimuli to leave, because he's actually has a flight to catch, maybe if it's okay, just a very quick photo, just a quick one here, a very quick one so that we can listen to it. Kindly. Just a quick one.
You don't have nice candle.
Very happy. Very quick, just a quick one, guys. No, just join it and leave. Yes. Join and leave. Very quickly, because of time.